Oh. Okay, cool. One thing I didn't say is that we are going to be working for reps for most of this too. So count obviously on your own. You can stay with me or just move at your own pace today, but we're going to work for reps for most of the workout today. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get moving. Woo, almost wiped out. All right, big open and closes through the chest. Make some big circles in the shoulders. And now bring the arms down. I just want you to reach the arms forward, turn your palms towards the ground and just pull back. Squeeze your shoulder blades and do that just a couple times. So really round forward and pull and keep moving just like that. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Now reach the arms overhead and little dip from right to left, getting into the ribs, the side body. Now come right back through center, find your hip hinge. Send the hips behind you. Just getting the hamstrings warmed up. Let's do a couple more. And just 1 more. All right, step the feet out. Let's take a few air squats. Everything nice and warm. Add your butt kicks in there. Just bring right side, left side, right and left. One more each side. Shake it out. Let's find our lateral lunge just to get your inner thighs. Just move from right to left to your pace. And right to left. 1 more time. And left. All right, let's come back through center. And we're gonna get started. We're just gonna do 2 rounds of this first thing just to get the body really nice and warm for the circuit that we're gonna work into. So you can use your kettlebell, you can use 1 weight, 2 weights. We're gonna just do a goblet squat with bicep curls. So we are gonna do this for time, just to get the body nice and warm. You don't need to go insanely heavy on this though. Let me get my timer here. Okay, so we're just gonna work for 30 seconds and do 2 rounds of this. So it'll feel quick. Go ahead and grab your weight. With the bicep curl, remember that the bicep curl happens at the bottom and then you press up. So again, don't push too crazy heavy. All right, and let's move in 3, 2, and go. So weight start at your chest. You take the curl at the bottom, just press through. You're just getting everything nice and warm. It'll still feel challenging even at 30 seconds. Maybe the first round you use lighter weight. Second round, when you feel warmer, you can pick up the weight. Got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, so we're going to come into windmills. Weights in the left hand. I want the weight overhead if you can do that today. Right toes out, take the hip out. Lift that left arm overhead. We'll just do 30 seconds here. This is a great movement. Obviously, it's working your obliques, but it is also getting your body just really nice and open and warm. After this, we're going to come to the other side. Another 3, 2, and rest. Just switch sides. We're taking super quick rests in between this. Right arm's up, left arm is down, little soft bend in that left knee, and just open up. After this, we're going to come into our floating tabletop to high plank walk. Getting the core, the shoulders, everything really nice and warm. You can always go from plank to down dog if you don't want to do a tabletop to a plank walk. That's totally fine from a warm-up perspective also. You've got 5 seconds. Another 2 and rest. All right, so just set that weight down. Coming down to the mat, either in your floating tabletop or high plank to down dog, your choice. Go ahead and stack shoulders over wrists. If you're in that tabletop, float your knees or hold that high plank. Take a breath in and just walk it back. Now I just want you to walk from front to back, moving either between down dog and high plank or floating tabletop and high plank. Do a couple more. Almost there, 5 seconds. 2 and rest. All right, so shake that out. We're gonna do that just one more time. Again, going for 30 seconds on each thing. So we're with the bicep curl and the goblet squat, windmills on each side, and then that floating tabletop to a high plank. All right, we're gonna rest for just a few more seconds and then we'll jump into the second round. Again, you can use heavier weight if you want to on this round, knowing that it's pretty quick, or just stay with the lighter, more conservative weight. Okay, go ahead and grab your weights for the goblet squat with the bicep curl. We're gonna start in 3, 2, and go. So weight to the chest at the top, not letting your shoulders drop forward, using the exhale for that bicep curl at the bottom to secure your core. We got about 10 seconds here. Got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay. Whew. All right, grab the weight in the left hand, setting up for the windmill, left side. That little right bend in that right knee. Hopefully everything feels a little bit warmer and looser. Make sure that you're looking at that weight overhead as you come down. 10 seconds. Another 5, 3, 2, and bring it down. Switch sides. Arm overhead, soft little bend in that left knee, right arm's overhead, and let's move. 30 seconds, guys. $15 seconds. Last 10. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we're coming down. One more plank, tabletop, or plank down dog. Whew. Hi, I see you. All right, go ahead and get set up. Find your tabletop or your plank, and let's move front to back. So you want to stay really nice and strong. Remember, between your shoulder blades, your pelvis stays tucked. You're exhaling as you move the legs from front to back. Keep going. Almost there. Got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, so we're gonna rest. We're gonna move into a circuit next. So for the circuit, we've got right left movements, so single-sided movements. I'm gonna show you real quick on the break a couple things that are gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna kick Sam out since he wants to go out. So we're gonna move really quick between the movements. We're doing set reps, and I'll tell you the reps as we move. So a couple things that are a little bit different. We're gonna do an elevated, if it's okay, single leg bridge. So you're gonna use your kettlebell for that. So I'll show you from the side here. So when we come into this, you're actually gonna put your foot on top of the bell. Do not let the bell move. You can also put your foot just on top of a dumbbell to elevate if you're afraid of kicking the kettlebell over. But what needs to happen is a press straight down in the middle of my foot, and I'm gonna bring one leg up as I do that. Again, if that feels unstable, just put your foot, the arch of the foot, on the handle of the dumbbell. Your heel is on the ground and you press. So this just makes things a little bit more challenging to take the elevation. So we're gonna do that for one thing in here. And then we'll be down on the back for a chest press. And we're gonna stay down there after we finish one side and do a couple Turkish, half Turkish get-ups. So with that half Turkish get-up, remember the weight's gonna be in, let's say that right hand, you're gonna sit all the way up. So just know that that's gonna be a really quick move into that. So we're starting though off the ground. I just wanted you to see what pieces of this looks like. We're starting off the ground with single-sided rows. I'm gonna have you take a deadlift stance for your row. We're starting on the right side. You're doing 15 reps on the right. So you can use a heavier weight or not. We're moving into reverse lunges on the right. Then we'll come down to the ground for the bridge and the get up and all of that good stuff. Okay, so weights in the right hand. We're moving quick between all of these. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, right arm only. You're doing 15 rows, so you've got to count. And I'll tell you where we're going and how many reps. Make sure that you're not letting your shoulder drop forward. After you do those 15, you're going to keep that weight in your right hand. Your left leg's going to step back for 15 lunges, staying with that right foot forward, or you're doing kickbacks if you don't want to do a lunge. So right hand holds the bell for 15, keeping your body upright. So your oblique on the right side, left side, both sides actually are working to stabilize because the weight's off center. Okay, now switch sides. We're gonna do left side for those two things before we come down to the ground. So take your deadlift stance. You've got 15 rows on the left. Obviously you're resting as you need to. If you can keep moving, just keep moving though. All right, same thing. Left hand's holding the weight. Your shoulders are stacked. You've got 15, right leg moves back and that's to that lunge or a kick back. You can also do a stationary lunge where you just stay with that back foot back if it doesn't feel good in your knees to step from front to back. So just modify for yourself. Once you finish that left side, then we're coming down. We're gonna move between the elevated bridge and the chest press with the Turkish, half the Turkish get up. So right foot is gonna be either on your kettlebell, don't kick it forward, press down, stack your knee. Left foot's gonna be up. And we're doing 15 of those. So just hug. If your foot's on a bell, it is not going to touch the ground. The arch of your foot is pressing straight down on the bell. I don't want anybody to twist their ankles today. All right, arms are flat. Take that left foot to the ceiling. Now just lift and lower for 15. Nothing crazy. You have to slow things down a little bit. Squeeze that right glute, that right hamstring as you press up. Whew. Oh my gosh, that burns. And rest. Grab a bell for your right hand or a dumbbell. It doesn't have to be a kettlebell. It can be a dumbbell. You're doing 8 chest presses immediately into 5 half Turkish get-ups. So you're coming all the way down to the back. Your legs are straight for that chest press. Left hand reaches to the ceiling. Right hand presses for a total of 8. Remember that the elbow tracks right by your ribs. Then that right arm is going to stay up. Your right knee is going to bend. Left arm, left leg at an angle. 5 half Turkish get-ups. And it may be heavier than you're used to doing, but it's only 5. Exhale. Whew. Could hear I was trying to sit up when I said that. Whew. And then we move to the left side, and that's the first circuit. So it's a long circuit. I tried to minimize the getting up and down off the ground a little bit for us today, though. So we come back to that elevated bridge. Your left foot's going to be in that kettlebell. Right foot comes to the ceiling. Press down on that bell for 15. And then you're going to grab that weight for 8 presses on the left, chest presses, 5 half Turkish get-ups. Straight legs, squeeze your thighs. Right hand punches to the ceiling, press on the left. And then your left knee is going to bend, right arm, right legs out at that angle, press it up for 5. All right, and then we rest for about a minute because we're doing that again. Whole thing, starting back at the rows, into the lunges, and back down to the mat. So just make sure you're not overly straining your neck or your shoulders with this. We'll do right and left for the rows and the lunges before we move down to the mat. Just rest a little bit longer. We're finishing off with a round, with our swing round at the end today. So we'll get there. All right. Let's start right side rows. Deadlift stance, weight back in your heels. You've got 15. And that weight should be challenging with 15 reps too. So if you can't do the kettlebell that you have, then you could even also hold 2 dumbbells in one hand, just so it feels challenging. After you finish those, the lunges, you're moving to left side. 15. Then that weight's gonna be in your left hand. Right foot steps back, 15 count. Whew. Whew. All right, we're coming down. Whew. Lunges, I swear, they get me. Okay, elevated bridge with that chest press, Turkish, half Turkish get up. Rep count's the same, 15 on the bridges. So your right foot's in that bell, left foot's to the ceiling, arms are down by your side, offering some stability there. Lift for 15. Whew. Okay, right side, 8 presses, 5 half Turkish get-ups. Straight legs, press on the exhale. Squeeze your thighs. Right arm stays up, right knee bends. Left arm, left leg down. 5 half get-ups. Try to challenge yourself with the weight on these. Oh, okay. We're doing left side. Elevated bridge. Or regular bridge, it doesn't matter. You can also not put your foot on that weight and just put a weight across your hips to make it harder. Right foot's to the ceiling, 15. All right, left side. Press to get up. Half get up. 8 presses, 5 Turkish or 5 half get ups. On that eighth one, left arm stays up, left knee bends, right leg, right arm straight. You got 5. Sit all the way up to your hand. Okay. That's 2 rounds. We're doing it one more time. I'm sure that's exactly what you wanted to hear. Everything one more time. And we'll have our finisher round. We started late, so we're going to end late, just so you know. We're going to end about 5 minutes late if you have to jump off at regular time. We're going to rest just a little bit longer, just to let the body recover before this 3rd round. We're going to keep the reps the same. So just listen to how fatigued your muscles are, if they are, and gauge the weight for the final round. But it should feel challenging. 3rd round will definitely feel challenging. All right. Whew. Rows and lunges. We start on the right side. 15 count, right side. Let's move there. Okay. Right hand, left leg moves back. Woo. As I fall all over the place. Last set of lunges for today. That's good news. You're pressing through that right front heel. 90-degree drop down. All right, hand switch. Left side row. Find that deadlift stance and pull. Whew. All right, last set of lunges, guys. Right foot back. 15. Okay. Back down to the ground. Elevated bridges, right side first. Okay. Right foot's in the bell. 15. Arms by the side, left foot up. Press and lift. Right through the center of your foot. All right. 8 presses, 5 half Turkish get-ups. All right, squeeze the thighs, left arm's up, that makes it harder. Your core has to work if you don't have that left arm on the ground. Your core works to keep you from essentially falling over as you press. Last one, right hand stays up, left arm, left leg out. 5 get-ups. Don't skip your elbow as you're coming up or as you're going to the ground, especially as you start to get tired. Okay. Left side. Okay. Right foot's up. Arms are down. Press it up. 15. Okay, left side presses. Oh man. 3 rounds of this is no joke, y'all. Okay, squeeze the thighs. Press for 8. Okay. Left arm stays up, left knee's bent. We've got 5. Okay. After you do that 5th one, we're gonna rest for about a minute. And we have our finisher set for the last, I don't even know if this will take 5 minutes, but we started about 6 minutes late, so we're gonna go over by about that same amount. Okay. We're gonna do our swing push-up set. I know that makes everybody really happy right now. But the push-ups, doing them week after week, should start to feel more accessible. Remember, your knees can be down. There's no need to push to have the knees up if your form's not good. We're gonna do 5 rounds. We're gonna bring it up to 15 swings for each of those rounds today. Obviously, if you feel your form going, just set the weight down. The number is a goal. It's not the absolute essential that you get to 15, especially if you're feeling more fatigued after what we just did. Okay, so we've got 5 rounds. You're gonna do 15 swings. You're gonna drop down into 5 push-ups. So we're gonna keep that number the same. 2-handed swings, if you're feeling like hand to hand, go for it. Just make it work for you. So round 1, 15 swings. You can start when you're ready. You're gonna set that bell down, come right into your 5 push-ups. Your choice, you can do tricep push-ups or regular ones. Whew. Minimal rest, just enough to where you obviously don't feel like you're faint, but you want to move quick between each of these for your 5 rounds. So once you finish those 15, whew, coming right back, or once you finish those 5, you're coming back into your 15 swings. Round 2. Five push-ups. And then you'll stand up for round 3. I'm gonna give myself a moment to breathe, but not long. All right. Round 3, 15. Five push-ups. Whew. 2 more rounds. Okay. All right. 4th round, 15. Coming down. You got your push-ups. One more round. Man, definitely breaking a sweat now. That 3rd round too of that circuit. Okay. One more round of these, guys. When you finish your push-ups on this round, I just want you to come to your belly into a Sphinx pose, and we'll stretch out at the very end, unless you need to jump off for today. Okay, last round, 15 swings. Okay, last 5, and then stay down on the belly after you finish your 5. And then lower all the way down. You can just meet us there. Meet me there. And your Sphinx. Elbows under your shoulders. Spread your fingers really nice and wide and just draw the front edge of the mat towards you. Let your shoulders roll down your back. You can close down the eyes here. You can roll the neck if you'd like. Just let it hang forward for a moment even. Whew. Okay, let's press it up into a tabletop. I just want you to take some cat-cows or just ring out your spine, maybe some hip circles, some little stretches, maybe like a child's pose. Stretch, just ring out everything here. Now let's take the right arm and just reach to the ceiling and exhale, thread the needle. Right ear, right cheek comes to the mat. Walk your left arm across or wrap it around your low back. I like the walk across because it feels like, or it really stretches out your shoulder, your pec. Come back through center. Just unwind, reach that right finger, right hand back to the ceiling, replace it. Left arm reaches, big breath in. Exhale, just slide it under. Left ear, left cheek. Walk that right arm across the body or across the mat. Come back through center. Take the left fingertips to the ceiling, big full breath. And that hand replaces. Now I want you just to step that right foot up to the outside of your right hand. You can keep the left knee on the mat. If it doesn't feel good, come into your runner's lunge. If it feels okay, maybe draw the hands to the top of your quad. And stretch through that left hip flexor here. Make sure your shoulders aren't shrugging. And just breathe. Whew. Nice work today, ladies. Now you're either going to press back into your pyramid or just a half split. Flex the right toes. You can keep a bend in that right knee. Just breathe into the right hamstring here. And if you need to move front to back because your hamstring feels really tight, go for it. Now follow me here. Sink back into the right knee, tuck your left toes under, lift the back left knee, come into a wide leg forward fold. So your toes are going to face to the long edge on the left side of your mat, and just let the crown of your head go. Turn your big toes in just a little bit, press into the outer edges of your feet, shift your weight into the balls of your feet, shake out your neck, shake out your jaw, just breathe into your hamstrings here. Just heavy in the upper body. Now take a halfway lift and very carefully turn your toes to the back of the mat. So your hands on the inside of your left foot now. You can bring the hands up, or you can leave them down, your choice. But now stretching into that right hip flexor. Hands return to the mat, either a pyramid or your half split, your choice. But flex the left toes if you're in that half split. Breathe into that left hamstring. Big breath in. Sink back into that left knee, tuck the right toes under. We're going to move back to a wide leg forward fold for just a moment. Carefully turning the toes, wiggling out the neck. Now take an inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Very carefully turn the toes to the top of the mat. You're gonna be back in that lunge, but then I just want you to step that left foot to meet the right and just roll all the way up. Bring the hands overhead, clasp, give yourself a little rock from side to side, maybe some shoulder circles, maybe some neck circles. Just ring through the upper body here for just a few more breaths. And then you are done for today.